beautiful Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you joined me today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of money, career, success, and the material stuff that is coming your way. We're going to look at this with a timeline of the next 4 weeks, what's coming in that 4 weeks, but it can also extend to a longer timeline as well. And we're going to start out with the coffee cup. Then I have a special spread ready for you. We're going to look into the tarot. We're going to pull at the end 3 important things you need to know in this timeline. Now, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love, hit subscribe. That's the best and the free way to support the channel. And if you would like a private reading, I have my email in the description box. So send me an email and I get back to you as soon as possible, okay? Let's dive into your coffee cup and see 1, 2, 3 different good news, and the fourth one is going to be coming in the second week. The thing is, when I mentioned these are like popping out of your cup, this can be even small amounts of money and blessings coming your way. That is really going to require you to see them, because sometimes we get this kind of material things, but we don't really consider them as a blessing. And the thing is, that blocks that gratitude energy, grace from flowing from us to the divine. Okay, so I feel like this next 2 weeks is all about the small things, even the messages, even the connections, the interviews you get. They're going to be the precursor of the blessings coming your way. Okay, so it's all about like feeling and being in the energy of the gratitude, because the universe loves gratitude. The creator loves gratitude, because it's just a I heard it from a manifestation guru the other day, and consider the universe, the creator, as a mechanism always says yes. When you say, oh, I don't have anything, oh, yes, you don't. When you say, I have everything in my reach, within my reach, I'm so grateful for all that I have, you create the energy of the things that you want to have, and then you start attracting to you, because the universe always says yes. And it seems like there's 2 little things coming your way that is going to be testing you. It can show up as children as well. I see that you are actually looking at here a cow. You're the bull right there, Taurus, and there's another cow behind you. This doesn't mean that you're dealing with Tauruses, but this can mean bunch of people that are in the same environment. The bull is your energy. Maybe you're the leader that everybody's looking at you to want you to make a decision, or you are in the center of decision at this moment. They are waiting for you to move in order to make their move. And one of them has a smaller, younger child behind this person. Can be someone in the family who has a younger child, maybe waiting for your decision to come and offer you something. Or maybe this is a person who has responsibilities, and you're somehow attached to this person. She's holding your hand behind you. Can be a daughter, can be a sibling, can be a friend that are really your decisions are going to affect their life as well. So I see there's a number 8 above your head. Number 8 symbolizes the cycle of life, material satisfaction, giving and receiving. And they are not really attached to your head. So I feel like here you have something in the ether as like an idea, but you're not really sure if you should pursue it or not. However, this requires you to take action, okay? When you do, it seems like it is affecting a lot of people. And what happens is within the first week timeline, you can see there's a gateway opening. Both of these sides of these gateways, the faces kind of reminds me of the elephant's trunks right there. Elephant, because it gives birth in 24 months, it symbolizes longevity, long-term security. Elephant is kind of like a universal symbol of the wealth abundance. Okay, so it seems like here this new gateway is going to really put you on the track of growth, material success, maybe even creating a legacy for yourself and your children. However, you turn your back towards it. You need to find a way, or maybe motivation. They say motivation is trash, and because it can come and go, you don't have control over it. But the discipline is something you can have and you can have control over. It seems like this requires you to discipline your mind at this time, even though the situation is not clear, you don't have clarity, or you're not really getting the energy that you're putting inside of this endeavor. If you have something specific in your hand, it requires you to move forward, because the universe is preparing the right gateway for you, basically. Okay, so I can understand, because there was a time that I had actually looked for a job over 6 months and I couldn't get anything, and everything that I applied, it just didn't even come back to me most of the time. Got rejected, all the interviews, I didn't get anything in return. But then after 6 months, I gave up. I said, you know what, I don't care, and I'll find a different thing, maybe a different field. And what happens is, when I get into that energy, I got that the offer came forward. I went there, I went interview, and then just went through. So it's about detachment. I feel like detachment of the outcome, and then the gateway is going to take you to where you need to go. Okay, I see someone here within the second week, kind of reminds me, if you know cartoons, the Bart Simpson. That kid is a hyper kid. He's creative. He's also highly expressive. So you might come across someone, they're not really negative energy, they have phone lines over them. They might have a mouth, meaning they might be really like the children. You know, that Bart Simpson is like a classic example of a young child that speaks, everything comes to their mind. They speak everything they hear from outside. Like when the mommy Nettie is talking about something, they hear it and they just go take that information straight to that person that they're talking about. The children do that. So this can be that kind of a person coming to you, but they don't have negative intentions. Maybe you're going to an interview. This is your recruiter telling you, okay, you said this and that in the interview. That's not what they want. They want this. Now go say this thing. Okay. It can be that kind of like a straightforward advice coming from this person, but this is not a negative thing. I feel like here somebody's playing the violin here. They're playing their own violin. So they want to get you inside that space. So that's why they're playing their violin, and maybe a little bit rude in what's the word? Maybe obnoxious? No, not exactly. Forward way. However, but they're playing their violin. And when you get in that space, when you take over the violin and start to play that violin, I see that you're sending, can you see, it's not massive, but there's a chunk of money here. So this can even be for some of you, if this is a job environment or this is a support, this can be also like an advisor giving you telling you what to do, what to say. If you're waiting for a scholarship, a support from an institution, this person maybe knows what to tell them, because there are some rules and regulations. Even though you're in need, if you're not really filling out those specific forms and saying those specific things, you don't get those stuff. So maybe this person bluntly knows what's happening in that space and giving you the information. It's about not to get offended, but listen with the ear, open ear, and understand this is not a personal thing happening there. So then you're standing on the chunk of money here, that your support that you are waiting for is coming. I even see someone, I don't know if you know the Easterners, they actually open up their arms when they're dancing. So I feel like some kind of like a celebration in the weddings and celebration of victorious moments are coming forward here. Okay, so like they do like this kind of things. I don't know if you are familiar with that Eastern culture. Yeah. I mean, so it can be something like that. It doesn't have to be Eastern, but you can see the sun is shining from that direction towards you, okay? That you will really feel the heat coming, the warmth coming, not the heat, but the warmth, and this will give you joy. Another thing here, for some of you, I feel like maybe this is an advisor on a case that you're working on a situation that you're working on, or maybe a competition that you're getting ready for, and they might be telling you these are the things that you need to follow. But I feel a lot of like words in the paper, legal paper, and the rules and regulations energy here, and this person might be giving you the direction, the right direction. Okay, so when you do, there's always like people playing the violin, dancing, and this kind of like a joyful environment actually showing up here. And this can be a really fast process, because I see there's a third week you are actually starting to dance. This can even indicate that getting in the mood of celebration before it comes forward, okay? Because it's going to part the clouds here. Another thing I see, someone serious, there's another person under it. They're walking away from the situation. So maybe this is something that you're not really benefiting from. There's someone else who is the one taking the massive income, or they're taking the chunk of the thing. They're walking away from the situation. I see letter E, like Eric, can be in their first name or the last name. I feel masculine energy. So this can be a man, maybe. I see that they're taking their part, but a smaller part. This can be maybe someone that you work with, work for, and they're taking the chunk of the thing. It seems like here there's an imbalance there, and they are aware of that. However, when you are taking the right steps, they're only going to get the part that is meant for them, not any more than that. I see there's a woman here. Kind of reminds me of a little bit like further away. I look at it, Marilyn Monroe energy, but when I get closer, a little bit masculine women here. This can be someone, like far away, they look like a feminine woman, like creative, gentle. However, when you pull closer, you realize that they might be behind all this mess. This can be a work environment. For some of you, if this is like a house situation, this can be someone in the neighborhood. They're looking very gentle and innocent, but just stirring the pot. It seems like light is shining above them as well. That you're going to become aware of who is actually like stirring that pot, basically. Okay. I see in your heart space, there is someone coming with the wind. Wind can symbolize Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. I see a letter B here, like Bethany, Abraham, Barry, can be like in their first name or the last name. And they have a dog behind them. This can be someone who has loyal people to them. And this can be the name of a company, B, Elizabeth, and or Britain. Maybe you want to go to Britain, and this can be a British company, or it is someone that has loyal team behind them. This can be a person that you want to work together with, a company that you want to work at, or this can be someone that you are expecting support to come. Some of you, I feel like this can be, I don't know, it's like maybe like a device or like a medical thing, some like that kind of like a device coming to me right now. I don't know if this makes sense at all. It's like knee. I see like a metal piece of like a metal pieces. So this can be someone who's producing those things. Maybe you're the designer. Maybe you're the producer, or manufacturer for this kind of situation, or you're the salesperson. It can be something like that as well. You're going to find yourself in that environment, and it's coming with a very fast wind. I see here. First, when you handle the things that is in your hand, this is energy is going to really rush into your life. I see a letter E here. The E can start with like seeing the examples of that, and then I see there are two people coming across each other. One person, you can see they tie their hands in front of them, so there is a respectful situation, but also this indicates that okay, I'm listening. What is it that you're going to tell me? So there's a person, you can see the eyes is small beady eyes, a big face, but you are right there standing and waiting, and your eyes are somewhere else. So you are actually listening to them, but you're looking for another opportunity as well. Maybe they're looking for another opportunity in this person's offer. I see here a house, okay, a roof. This can be like a space, a living situation, an office, something that you're discussing with this person. But it seems like you're first going to listen. I see the letter E on top of this person's head, like Eric. Or Erica, can mean their first name or the last name, and seems like you're waiting for them to finish so you can give them the offer or ask them to give you the things that you're desiring here. This can take a while to be patient with them if this is a sales deal that you're trying to go forward with. But it seems like it has a very light aura, so it seems like it is going to work out at the end of the day. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind extremely clear. I love this for you because this means that your household, if you have any struggles at this time, it is actually going to start healing, or it is healed. And your desire seems like coming forward really fast initially, and then you might have a small pause along the way. However, it's going to keep moving forward. You are expanding outside your comfort zone. You're not going to stay where you are. Even though you like stability, this is going to be, I feel like the energy, because I see kind of crescent moon forming, this is going to be an expansion that will bring growth, okay, when it comes to maybe financial income or if you have customer-based business, it can be receiving more customers. It can be getting clarity, approval, but there's expansion. Or maybe if you have a business you want to grow, it can be getting that financial support to grow that, okay? I see there's a crowd, but it's a light crowd. We're going to see if we're going to get Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups energy here. Maybe you're coming together with people to celebrate the success. This can be the people that are close to your heart. I don't see a big crowd. However, I see 2 8s already. 1 8 here, 1 8 here, another small one. So these people, Three of Pentacles right there, they can bring some small gifts to really hit the spot, okay? Sometimes, oh, there's a beautiful, actually, tears of joy again coming forward. So sometimes the smallest thing that we need, but we don't really have access to, maybe the company ran out of it, we cannot purchase it. When it comes as a gift, it's the most valuable thing. And I feel that energy here. Another thing I see, like there's 2 different expansions showing up. One here in the first 2 weeks, and then that is going to have like a multiplication effect. I don't know if you ever heard this term. They ask people, do you want a penny that multiplies, doubles every day, or you want like a fixed amount of $1 million? And people usually choose a fixed amount of $1 million, but when you really hit the math in 30 days, I think the penny he calculates turns into like 12 million or something. Like one penny doubles up, and then that doubles up, and then that doubles up. Like it doesn't really stand one penny. Okay. So this seems like here, that's the energy I feel. So something that you start is going to start multiplying and growing itself. And it seems like your desire coming full circle. I see even a heart shape here. It is going to first bring maybe material satisfaction, and then it's going to be followed like emotional satisfaction. Okay, it seems very good. I love that energy for you. Let's start with your tarot now. We're going to look into your financial situation right now, where you are, and where will the new resources come forward. Let's dive into that as well and see. Okay, we're going to get clarifiers, and then we're going to get your 3 important things you need to know. Let's see. The Wheel of Fortune, there's change coming, which is beautiful because Wheel of Fortune can symbolize all kinds of change, but we're not doing reversal, we're doing actually upright here. This is a positive change in your state. Even if you are feeling contracted right now, maybe you don't have a lot of opportunities in front of you, or you're stuck in your position, Wheel of Fortune is always a change coming forward. However, this doesn't mean that this is going to be a change that you're not going to have any control over, because Wheel of Fortune can also symbolize taking the leap of faith as well, buying that lottery ticket. Okay, so you can hit the jackpot, but first you need to buy the lottery ticket. So it can be symbolizing that right now your financial situation is changing. If you wanted to change for the better, maybe it's time to invest in the better things and better thoughts initially, and then the physical action can be required here. Where will the resources come from? From an authority. The Hierophant symbolizes a spiritual or material authority. Can be spiritual authority, you being maybe going through prayer, which prayer, ask and it's given. Okay, that's how it goes. And it says, ask and believe it's given, then you will receive it. So it is sounds very complicated, but it's a really simple process. It can be you becoming your spiritual authority and asking with conviction, and then receiving what's coming your way with that conviction as well, with it positively. Or this can be really stepping in front of an authority and asking for your heart's desire. I carry this Think and Grow Rich book, and all around I have the audiobook. I listen to it almost every day here. This is actually has a story there in the beginning. The first thing, there's this guy, he was dreaming about working with Edison, and he walks up to the Edison. He wants to become partners with Edison. So he walks up to him, and he doesn't say, I'm going to become partners with you. He says, I want a job. And he works with the authority first, and after 3-4 years or 5 years later, Edison actually comes up with a machine and no salesman wants to sell it, and he says, I'll sell it, but I'm going to become a partner to the company, that it's going to be a different one. And then yes, he becomes a partner and he like sells that. I think it's like a typewriter or something like that, and they make massive amount of money off of it. He gets to his destination. The Hierophant tells me that either you're going to work with an authority or you're going to become your own authority. That's where the resources and income will come from. Okay, opportunities to consider here. 8 of Wands. There are many positive opportunities coming back to back, and we're going to get the clarification, but I feel like this is going to be something really overwhelming for some of you. Even though 8 of Wands is a fast energy, it's too fast for some of your liking. So that's why being an authority is important. So when you're the authority, you do the planning, you get ready before it comes, and when you're ready, you can handle the workload. Okay, this can even indicate maybe forming a community, inviting people over to help you, and having a plan for the future, what to do. And how will the opportunities benefit you? The Sun, they're gonna, yeah, you're gonna be thriving. It's not going to be a failure. So even if you're feeling like, how am I gonna deal with that many work? If you're doing like maybe selling a product that you are producing by yourself, you might be thinking, I cannot handle that. You will be handling in the best possible way, because I feel like when the money comes, when the resources show up, you will have more, and you're going to be able to find maybe extra work, the people to support you, family will show up. This is going to change your life for the better. Sun is optimism, good times coming ahead. The outcome, let's see, 2 of Pentacles. Some of you are going to really work hard here. 2 of Pentacles actually indicates creating the perfect balance. So if you don't, there are going to be waves on the background, waves and the ups and downs coming forward, because I feel like some of you are really stepping into a change that is going to elevate your life in a way that you can go towards the burnout energy. So that's why 2 of Pentacles coming as here as warning. And I want to see what's under it too. We have Knight of Swords, so you cannot be emotional here. And the emotions will rise. You can see he's in the water. I think this looks like Japanese waves here too. So there's a specific painting. So when you're in the wave and the things get busy, that you're losing the balance, you control the waves direction. Okay, so step into this reality with authority. Hierophant is you guys. This is Taurus energy. This is your authority. This is your game show. You're playing this. Okay, so that's why when the things get harder, you need to direct the energy. You need to start giving the orders with authority. Maybe even say to the universe, this is what I wanted, exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to manage this in the best way possible. It seems like Knight of Swords is fast energy. There's going to be fast solutions coming into the situation. Okay, to the outcome. And let's see the financial state here with the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, Nine of Pentacles is planting your seeds carefully. And you are on the brink of it. Maybe you're on the idea part of this change, okay, and you are collecting the crops, collected the seeds already. Now you are planning to plant them in the right way, which will bring the positive change. The opportunities will show up when you become the authority and you move with confidence. King of Wands indicates movement. You need to move. Moving doesn't mean that get on the bus and run around in the streets. It means that, like, look online, find someone, call the people, send an email, like the simplest thing that you can do from the comfort of your home. And we have 8 of Wands with the 4 of Cups. Opportunities are considered. What happens is there are many things coming in. You need to pick and choose. And let me tell you what it is. This is actually 3 birds in your pocket and 1 in the air. If you keep focusing on the things that are further, it didn't come yet, I want that to happen, rather than the things that you can nurture and grow, you can really lose the moment right there. So stay in the moment. Do not go into the future or go back and stay in the past. Stay in the moment, and whatever is in front of you, first deal with them and take care of them, and then the rest is going to really come in a positive way. These opportunities will benefit you, not only you, your family, the environment that you're in, your chosen families. There's going to bring a lot of happiness, joy, optimism, celebration. Maybe you're in the past you worked really hard but you didn't get the chance to enjoy that, this time around it is going to bring enjoyment into your life as well. The outcome is Two of Pentacles comes with the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're going towards a burnout too. So that's why the planning is important. And another thing that causes burnout is we have here one cup in the air in the future. That can cause burnout as well, because what's going to happen is you can deal with what's in front of you at this moment. But if you keep focusing on this and that, the possibilities and the probabilities of the future, that can really tire you out. However, at the end of the day, let me tell you about this wounded warrior. Even though he's wounded, he secured his land right there with the sticks that he actually wants, that he lined up around it. These is his fence that he built up. So you're going to secure the bag. Basically, Knight of Swords comes with when you choose the attitude of logic, moving forwards and knowing that this is my choice. Okay, so we are going to deliver. We're going to come up with the new ideas. We're going to find solutions that will finalize this maybe tiring cycle. It is going to bring an end to it. So I can give the example. Maybe you're doing everything manually. For example, you're doing your accounting manually. This is tiring you out. Maybe you're going to come up with, okay, there's a program. Let's use that one. A system that's going to end that struggle. That's going to bring an end to that worrisome thoughts and the situations. Okay, let's get to the 3 important things you need to know at this timeline, and then I'm going to pull a sigil to attract abundance. You can take a screenshot of it, you can draw it on your board. I actually had the sun, and I want to pull one more for myself too, because they're so beautiful and so useful. I feel like they carry a lot of high energy. Let's see the 3 important things. We have transformation coming forward, and this everybody's getting that one. I don't know if the planetary alignments are changing or it's overall the mind of the humanity is changing about the future. Reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. Okay, so this is conscious choices leading you towards a direction. So whenever you get an intrusive thought or a voice from the past, oh, you can't do it, it's not possible, you need to transform that into something you want to achieve. Okay, you need to tell that voice to, okay, we're not going that way, we're going this way now. The second thing you need to know, the wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. So instead of focusing on, yes, the things that you don't want, focus on the things you do want, because you are in a very high attraction power at this time, okay? Third thing we have is a snake. Snake is actually indicating of the shedding the old skin. The green snake here, we have it here too. So this journey is going to help you to shed the old skin, old thinking patterns, old beliefs, and get ready for that, because it's not an easy process. I don't know if you've ever seen a snake crawling out of that old skin. It takes effort and energy. And not only that, it has healing powers within it too. Okay, it is going to when you're healing, for example, we don't really feel that kind of a thing. For if you have a burn, when it's healing, we don't feel the pain, but it seems like here it is going to have some transformational energy in it. And let's see, your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Just be careful. Being careful meaning, okay, maybe do not confuse certain, I feel like, energies. Okay, maybe what happens is when our subconscious is actually rearranging itself, the beliefs, it can shut itself down, meaning you might feel tired, you might want to sleep, or this can show up as maybe you're changing as an evil eye, tiring energy all the time. Don't think of it as, oh, I'm depressed now, I don't want to do anything now. No, this is actually, things are rearranging itself. Even the planetary alignments are affecting our bodies. We're so sensitive that way. So if you're feeling that change as like a physical effect on your body, don't take it as something negative. Okay, just always consider it as something positive. A positive change is happening within you. Let's see your sigil to attract abundance. You can draw it on your hand. I feel like your tree of life wants to come forward. You can take a screenshot and put it on your screen, or draw it on your on a paper and hang it on the fridge. You know, it can be a reminder. True wisdom in making good choices in life is going to get you to where you want to be financially, materialistically, and when it comes to wealth and abundance as well. Okay. And 3 is you guys. You are earth sign, and this is actually not only manifesting longevity, long-term financial security, but also keeping it, growing it. Okay. All right, Taurus, that's all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.